On this week's breaking news, LEGO comes out with a vending machine for all those minifigure fans, an F1 driver wants a LEGO championship race, and a fan-made Bionicle game was shut down. All that and much, much more on this week's breaking news. We're all limited by horizontal surfaces. LEGO takes up a lot of that. So how are we going to solve that issue? Do you leave it there or deconstruct it and find other places? Or could you mount it to the wall? I personally had the Technic supercar, the Bugatti Chiron, taking up a lot of space. So I found 11mark.com, where you can have a fully mounted vertical Bugatti with a lovely background of the Bugatti racing stripe with the logo and LEGO logo. There are two different frames, one that's lit and one that is not. And that's not the only LEGO set that you can have mounted. There are many, many options. So I recommend you head over to 11mark.com and use the code BACK2BRICK, which gives you a 10% discount on all of their frames, as well as these sets that they also produce. So instead of taking up so much horizontal space, take that LEGO set and go vertical. Again, that's 11mark.com and use the code BACK2BRICK to save 10% on your order.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Brick. I'm your host Garrett, and this is the podcast where we talk with fellow AFOs about their LEGO designs, and we get down to the breaking news to talk about all things LEGO's been up to for the past week. Thank you all for tuning into the podcast as always, and if you're a new listener, thank you for coming and joining us. And if you know people that would love to listen to the LEGO news, please invite them over. Make sure to subscribe to this as well as the YouTube channel, and so on and so forth, as I always say every podcast. But today we're going to be diving into our LEGO stories and just all the different fun things that LEGO's been up to for the past week. I also want to shout out the patrons over at our Patreon. They're huge supporters behind the scenes and have been a great help for me as I continue to try to build the Back to Brick brand and really see how I can push it and see how far I can go. Still trying to reach 5,000 over on YouTube, so if you would like to go check that out. I have a new video that came out yesterday talking about how the latest vending machine, which we'll talk about today, just almost did it. They missed one little key piece that I think could have been good for this, but otherwise still a fun set that we'll talk about here. Admin side, just continuing to do that and building models, and yeah, that's about it. Nothing really major on this end. I did have my wedding anniversary this week, and we had some fun. We shopped at Aldi to find gifts for each other, so really just a fun way to spend an evening. But other than the admin, at the end of the episode, as always, we'll move into our set reviews. The first set will be 21342, the Insect Collection. And then the mock review will be the Old District by Stephen 8D. They're both really fun sets, and I can't wait to talk about them. They're linked in the description if you'd like to go get those. All right, everyone, let's get into this week's first breaking news story. LEGO City, the City Tower, is a brand new set that they've announced. It's actually their largest one ever. It's an 8+ set at 1,941 pieces and $210. So it's still pretty high for that. I'm looking at a total of 7 minifigures for this, and it has kind of a blend of all the different themes City has had. They've got construction, they've got cars, they've got train center, they've got fire station, little skate park, and then at the top there's a rocket ship. So it's just kind of a big blend of all the different things that we love from the City lineup in one giant tower. Is it a hodgepodge of stuff? Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what I just said it was. But that doesn't mean that's not fun. You can add it to your city. It's more so, I think, if people don't want to buy all the individual sets to get fire and police and space, they can buy this one and have them all together. Always a fun way to continue the expansion on the LEGO City line. The LEGO Bluey sets are on their way, coming out on June 1st. And of course, there's got to be reviews for them. But, we've got to review those for kids that are actually going to enjoy this a lot more than just us people who, as adults, like Bluey. And there's a couple 4-year-olds and up that have decided to take on that challenge and give their reviews, talking about how they love this little set and a lot of LEGO builds get boring. But the Bluey set is super fun, and they love the intricate designs, and they love the little theme designs with like the healer car and them at the beach and the little details from the house and their favorite episodes. So that's really just a fun way to engage in the community that it was built for, since it isn't built for most adults and things. And I know there's some controversy about the minifigures, but hey, if people like these sets, and especially those that it's targeted for, more power to them. Alex Albon, who's a driver for Formula One and the Williams team, He is a huge Lego fan. The only thing he said is that, they need more sets for Williams. They only have one set right now. It's the Speed Champion set, and Ferrari and Red Bull always get all of the major sets. And on the Fast and Curious podcast, Alex described as the most fun we had was when they drove the Formula One Lego cars this year. And they talk about my P5. All I can remember is the Lego race. So I guess he got P5 on that race. I actually didn't watch that race. I should have gone and checked that out. But he went over to the CEO of Formula One saying that there's still a lot of races left. We've got 17, 18 races left. We should do a Lego championship race. So it'd be really funny if they continue doing this at other races and having some chaos on the track, as well as, maybe some behind the scenes, oh, my Lego car is faster than yours. Lego fans of Bionicle decided that they were going to build a game called Bionicle Masks of Power. It was a fan-made game, nothing from Lego specifically, but they've been working on it for quite some time, and they had planned to release the demo on August 10th. However, the team decided to, give us some bad news that Lego had shut them down 3 months before launch. They said, we've been transparent about the hardships our team has faced over the past years as we've worked to release the first look of Bionicle Masks of Power, the Free the Band demo. After many years of hard work, our team was in the final stages of debugging and polishing our demo's release, but we had planned to shadow drop the demo on August 10th. Unfortunately, it seems that will no longer happen. The Lego Group has asked our team to shut down our project in its entirety and remove Bionicle Masks of Power from the public eye. I mean, come on, get over yourself, Lego. This is a thing that we should all just encourage. Maybe you can have them lease the name or something, but seriously, we've been looking for games like this before, and you're just going to shut down a fan-made build that they've spent years doing? Honestly, check yourself, because this is something that I think is detrimental to the Lego community when you do stuff like this. So honestly, it's so stupid. You can go check over there's a YouTube video of the post-mortem demo walkthrough of the game over on YouTube. Honestly, continue to spread the word. It's like Battlefront 3. We want Bionicle Masks of Power. Let's make sure that every comment we post has this and really call out Lego on this travesty. The Andor cast had some time to sit down with the toys for their latest TV show release, and it did come to an end for season 2, and it is its series finale, which is so disappointing, but it was perfect Star Wars, absolutely perfect. And the stars Diego Luna, Alan Tudyk, and Denise Gao got to sit down and play with their Lego. Alan looked at the large-scale build K2SO and talked about how polished he was compared to the one in the movie, and honestly, it was really fun. I mean, that's a life goal, was to become a official Lego minifigure from a character that I've played or whatever. To have something like this is really cool, and I think that they really enjoyed what they had seen from not only Lego but the other toy brands, and I know a lot of other people that enjoyed the show or enjoyed the characters are going to be excited to get these in Lego form. LEGO Ideas Fabuland Story Challenge has revealed its grand prize winner. The grand prize is Who's Connected by Dia JD, and it shows the old school graying scene where it transitions into a more playful city scene of young versus and old mixing together. And of course, they won some prizes and a signed copy of the new Fabuland tribute, Lego building system minifigure tribute, 2 Lego house tickets. I don't know if they let you come or take you to the Lego house. They should. It's a little expensive, unfortunately, to do something like that. But congratulations to the winner and, of course, the runners-up for those fun builds. Fortnite has introduced their latest skins for the Star Wars survival mode in the game this past weekend. And of course, it's going to cost you something. It's about 1,400 in-game V-Bucks, which is about $14 for the different skins. There's the First Order Lego Pass, includes Captain Phasma, as well as First Order themed builds in the pass, as well jam-packed with emote to go with your new Lego style. There's a rapid survival sections. You can get Chewie, General Grievous with 2 arms. He should, of course, have 4 arms. And Darth Sidious. So many really fun additional skins for this. But yeah, you got to put in some more money. Honestly, I put $14 towards a Star Wars set, but that will take a little bit longer since those are still not cheap for that. But if you want to go and add these different to your Lego Pass, you can have that Galactic Battle Season ready to go. Lego is officially opening its newest Lego headquarters in the United States. They've opened their new office in Boston. Now, this is a big expansion for them, bringing everybody down from, I believe it's Connecticut, to the new office in Boston. The CEO said this is a fantastic new Lego workspace is an important part of the U.S. investment strategy, fast becoming a talent magnet in this important market. The Boston Hub will open up new ways for Lego colleagues to create, connect, and grow as we continue our mission to inspire and develop the builders of tomorrow across the U.S. It's 157,000 square feet on 6 different floors. My buddy actually was in the hotel next to it and seeing the designs that they've done, really creative, immersive space, a lot of Lego builds. They've partnered with different areas in Boston and different pilot programs for the area. There's meditation, relaxation, prayer area. All this stuff is part of this new hub and continued expansion in the Lego realm as, moving to a big city helps bring, I think, bigger talent because people like to live in the cities. So it's still super expensive in Boston, but excited to see these types of expansions continue. Bricklink is celebrating its anniversary, this time with the 25 days of building. For their 25th anniversary, you're going to launch a new building challenge from the 19th through June 20th. They'll be sparked by a selection of design-based aims to bring LEGO community even closer together. The first of the 5-day challenges, it'll be Brick Limit Build, which runs from the 19th through the 23rd. So you'll have the chance to build specifically on certain bricks. The Challenge 2 is Blue and Green. Build something amazing using only blue and green bricks. Challenge 3 is Dan Zake's Wizard. Pay tribute to the Bricklink founder with a magical themed creation. 4 is the Parrot. Make the parrot look like any other creature. And then Bricklink Inspired Builds is part of the final challenge. So there's the 5 different challenges over 25 days. Whoever wins each of these challenges gets their build put on the 25th birthday cake. You don't really win anything else, but I guess that's kind of cool. Lego is doing a new challenge called Super Science. There's 18 days left on this where you're going to create the evolution of STEM and building some fun, different builds for it. Whether you're a scientist at heart or love the thrill of inventing a new discovery, this Lego building challenge embraces all. In celebration of the release of the epic evolution of STEM set, should be Steam though, because art. We're inviting you to put on the thinking caps and build your own marvelous inventions. Weird, wonderful, serious, or silly. We want to see what genius your imagination and creativity can generate. And there's not many builds up right now, so definitely something to jump into as there's still a good bit of time to do so. Have some fun, creative ideas or ways that you want to really embody STEM in the future of what we can find. The twist on nostalgia right now is in its fan vote series. Now, these are the smaller builds that can become gifts with purchase that are from the 90s style of old sets in small form. And there's quite a few of them that you might know. The Paradisia Sidewalk Cafe, Pizza to Go, Rock Raiders Granite Grinder Mech, a Sea Serpent, and you have 1 vote. And see which one you might want to have as a next gift with purchase. LEGO Ideas has just announced another set. This one is the Minifigure Vending Machine. It's an 18-plus set at 1,343 pieces and cost $180 and come with 16 minifigures and come out on June 1st. Now, it's like a classic vending machine where you have the mystery little balls that are inside that you can open up, and they'll have different toys. This one specifically is going to be minifigures. There's a few which we'll run through, but the machine itself is kind of... I guess it's almost a standard one that you've seen, but it's more of a rectangular form, and it does have a coin-operated system, so you drop the coin in, give the little knob a twist, and it will activate a little mechanism that drops the ball into a channel in the bottom and kind of rolls out to the front section of it. Now, at $180, that's pretty expensive, I think, for something like this, especially an idea set. There are, of course, a lot of interesting minifigures that I think people are going to be interested in getting. I mean, it is unique. It is fun. I think personally, there's some changes. One specifically, they could have done like a round form instead, but I digress. That might be just for gumballs, but it is something that was uniquely made, and I'm excited to see what people actually think once it does come out. Now, for the minifigures, there are a few that we'll run through here. The Lego Ideas designer, and they created a woman that's holding these two little mini builds, and they've got a Lego Ideas shirt on. Rob, the fan designer, so it's the designer of the build itself in minifigure form, holding the vending machine in mini form. The male griffin knight, so it's a griffin like the half lion, half bird, half eagle. The female griffin knight, the female kraken warrior, guess not a knight, and they have a kraken sigil. Male kraken warrior, same thing. Paradisia Beach Bro, he's pretty funny. He's got the Paradisia t-shirt on and a little mustache. Paradisia Beach Bay, and she has a little old school parrot. These are the two I think a lot of people are interested in the most: the Gold Blaster Classic Spaceman and the Teal Coffee Break Classic Space. And so teal and gold for those. And then for Fabuland, they've got an Fabuland elephant, a Fabuland Bernard the bear, Elton the elephant, and Bernard the bear. There's the Pirates Bosun Will and the Pirates Camilla. And those are all 16. So there aren't that many like overall duplicates, but there are a few for that. And it's almost like its own classic minifigure series that you have to buy a set like this to get them, which can be restricted for some people that just wanted those minifigures. In another part of this, LEGO did reveal that there were some other classic themes that they were going to add but didn't make the cut. So they went through a lot of the different ones, some specifically like classic space, adventurers, power miners, even considering Bionicle. I think we looked at adventures to do Johnny Thunder, but he'd just come out with Lego City, so that didn't make sense anymore. I would have personally loved Aquazone or Aquanauts because that was my favorite theme as a kid. But again, the tanks and everything, we just didn't have those pieces anymore. So that was a bit limiting. So like just a lot of different areas. They even said it was really difficult to make the helmet look convincing with Lego minifigures for Bionicle. I think we talked about doing a kid in a costume at some point, like a Bionicle costume, similar to Fabuland. So it was like a little kid in one, but it just didn't work out, which is so disappointing. That would have been so cool to see these, or even just a minifigure scale with a new molded head as a Bionicle. One day we'll get them. I'm not sure when, but one day they will come back, and for all those Bionicle fans, we will see them become part of our lives again. LEGO Ideas is also launching a new competition, the Steam-Powered Competition. This is calling for fan builders to build their own vision of steam-powered vehicles, including classic cars, airships, and old world features. And there are no prizes, so why do this? Doesn't really matter. Just kidding. It's always fun to do something like this. You can submit your ideas either through a physical build or digitally through Bricklink Studio through June 24th and see some of these really interesting builds. And LEGO, that means you need to get on it and make some more steam-powered or steampunk-themed sets. It seems there might be some double VIP points coming for some Formula One sets. Insiders in Europe through Father's Day on May 29th, they can get some double Insiders points for Technic City Speed Champion icons and some cash back on the Formula One. Duplo is excluded from this deal, but I'm not sure if it'll come to the United States, but it should. I mean, having double Insiders points for these would be really cool to get more of those Speed Champions cars that I did not purchase yet. LEGO has been working with Santoki to put out their stationery and other LEGO adjacent products. And they've come out with 7 already up for the new lineup, including some really fun ones for Star Wars. We've got Ahsoka Tano as a notebook, and then, of course, as a flashlight, because they like to do the flashlights. But something new they're doing is sticker pads, where they're in their minifigure characters, but you can peel them off and color them different ways and stick them on different areas. They even have Mando and Grogu with that. And then, of course, Botanical is another one, where they did a botanical journal that has a lock on it. I wonder if you got to lock your building secrets in there, but we're supposed to share. And some stickers and post-it notes for that as well. So those are coming out here soon, and they're always really popular. So we'll see what they do in the continued expansion throughout the next year. LEGO has a new color coming out, ochre yellow, and it's coming out in a new palette piece on a LEGO Friends set. It's part of a mini horse that has the hair has this like orangey kind of like darker medium nougat style to it. And we've not seen this yet in any other Lego pieces, but it's likely that it'll transition to some other bricks. Why create a new color if you're only using one thing? And having new colors is always a great addition to any set to really get that accurate color placement that you need for whatever build you're working on. There's a new Lego expedition coming to Las Vegas. This is the Springs Preserve Brick Planet exhibit. And with over 20 years of experience by Sean Kenny, he's going to be building different sculptures showcasing animals. So there's polar bear, there's a dodo bird, there's different deer. So this is really a representation of the planet built in Lego. And there are 30 different sculptures of the animals with some education. Sean Kenny says that the exhibit not only highlights the beauty of our natural world, but also emphasizes the importance of conservation and the interconnectedness of the ecosystem. So that'll be going from May 17th through September 8th if you're interested in going to check it out. Well, another debacle for Lego fans. On Lego.com, Lego was re-releasing some of the Bricklink design program sets, Series 1 and 2. They had overproduced, so they were like, well, we'll put them up online and have people purchase them. And a lot of people got the chance to get in there. Everyone was told that I was supposed to go to 11, but I actually went up at 10:55, and people were purchasing and ready to go for those. And then some people got through the whole purchase process, got the confirmation link, and then like 20 minutes later, they got an email from Lego saying, hey, your order has been canceled. Our stock was too low. So yeah, people are probably very disappointed in this. I did not partake in this one. I think I got one set from Series 1 or 2 from the last time it actually went through. But for all those that had these cancellations, I apologize. Unfortunately, you'll have to find them somewhere else just for like $600 more markup. And for those that did get it through, let's fingers crossed that they do actually make it to your door. Lego has a new grant for the Boston Public Library. They are granting them $1 million for learning through play. This new grant will help fund a 2-year project. It's about learning through play and really getting children in the Boston area to come and enjoy the library. For older kids, there's going to be Lego clubs at the different Boston Library branches and really encouraging STEM and other activities. There will be volunteers from the Lego offices. And there will be 20 interactive author and music series events to promote the creative expression through storytelling and music. And on top of that, Lego will be distributing 12,000 parent literacy kits with books and multilingual resources and Duplo blocks. This transforming grant will expand what's possible, introducing more playful creativity and civic-minded experiences for young people across all the Boston neighborhoods, says the library president, David Leonard, in a statement with the Lego headquarters, as they had just opened. So continued expansions like this are beautiful, and hopefully more grants will continue to flow for children learning and expansion into play. The Lego Minifigure Factory is getting an upgrade. With the expansion of the minifigure vending machine, they've now added some of those shirts that we saw in it. So specifically the Kraken and the Griffin, as well as the Faluland and Paradiso as minifigure prints that you can get in their factory. So you don't have to buy those sets specifically to get the whole thing, but you can now put these stickers and designs onto shirts that you might want to create minifigures that represent you. The Minifigure Factory is online now. You don't have to always go into a store. I actually don't know if they have them in store for certain like these, but having these are great because a lot of people probably really enjoyed them and said that, well, I don't want to spend $180, but now you can get a Fabuland shirt and a Paradiso shirt to enjoy having those themes on a minifigure of you. And that's all the breaking news we have this week. Thank you all so much for tuning in and listening to me talk about my favorite thing, Lego. And hopefully you learned a lot from this week's podcast as well. And make sure to subscribe and leave us a comment as well. A review would be great. So the more reviews we have, the more people will be interested and possibly come and see this wonderful podcast that I've put together. All right, everyone, let's move into our set reviews for this week. Our first set is the Insect Collection. This is an 18-plus set of 1,111 pieces. You'll get 520 Insiders points, and it comes at a cost of $80, and it has 203 reviews at 5 stars. It has 3 separate models here. We've got a praying mantis, a butterfly, and a beetle. The set itself was the Lego Ideas set, where the creator actually just had another one of his sets reach 10,000 supporters for, I think, Portal. And he's a great designer. It would be crazy if he got 2 sets made from Lego Ideas because, well, that's already impressive just to have one. But the set has a beautiful, we'll break it down to the different 3. There's a blue butterfly that has kind of landing on, they're all on like twigs, so it kind of positions them upwards for it. There's even a little bumblebee that goes with it, and it's got this different layers of different blues. So we've got like a teal, a light blue, a standard or dark blue, and outstretched wings with some flowers below it. The praying mantis looks, amazing. The eyeballs, having them in the round form, but then they have the triangular dot pieces. I think they're printed, not 100%, most likely. It'd be hard to put a sticker on something round. I don't think they've ever done that before. Standing on top of a plant and with its outstretched arms, probably going to try to catch that butterfly, but the butterfly is too far away. I don't think it's going to get it. And then the large-scale beetle. Well, it looks like an elephant horn beetle. It's got a really long horn in the front and 2 smaller ones at the bottom, and the pincers holding onto a larger piece of wood here. But what's creative, I think, in it is the beetle actually can have its wings closed or open. And when it has them open and having the outstretched wings, they are transparent, air quotes. They do have transparent orange pieces. Unfortunately, you can't have the whole thing transparent. Those are going to cost you a little bit. And it comes with little mushrooms on it. But having the 3 different bases together, you can display them. And I wanted to talk about this because, moving into spring, we see a lot of more creatures like that and summer months. So this is a great addition to have during a hot summer to build these insects instead of having to deal with them outside if you don't like bugs. There are some gifts with purchase. If you want to purchase this through the affiliate link, you'll get an upscaled baby astronaut as well as a mini Ninjago combo mech, which is really cool. So that is our set review from Lego. And now our Brickable review is the Old District by Stephen 8D. It's 10,507 pieces and will cost 35 euros to purchase the instructions. This is probably the largest and most expensive mock I've talked about for a build like this, and it is very impressive. It's a modular build, and it very much looks like a street you'd see in like London or Paris, the old school style block where the streets, they kind of bend and mold with the different street, because there's 2 main buildings here. One has a triangular shape similar to what we see in the boutique hotel, and then the other has a rectangular shape, but then it also comes into a point at the end so that there's an alleyway or streetway between the buildings. There's a cypress tree, like in the middle of it, and then the storefronts. One is kind of an all-black storefront, really looks like a classic bookshop. I also think of it as like when they've updated Apple stores to something like that. And it even has a backside entrance to the same building with where you can kind of walk through, and there's different storefronts on either side. Looks like we've got a tea shop in one, so there's different containers of tea along the walls. The other, the one building that has the black building has chocolate. It's a chocolatier shop, so there's tons of different chocolates, and some that are minifigures. There's even some different colors of them, so that's really cool. And having the tea shop also has on the second level is like teapots and teacups. Instead of just buying the tea loose leaf, you need to have something to put into it. And these are all 3 different levels for them. And they did an amazing job for this. It doesn't mean that you have to have those exact interiors, but the exterior look amazing with the classic colors. The one roofing being the sand green and the other a darker blue with some accenting of gray and black and tan. Honestly, just look at the images. You can watch the video on YouTube to see this, but beautifully done. And unfortunately, 10,000 pieces is a lot, but if you want something as detailed as this in your Lego city, this is something that you'll just have to put your money where your mouth is to build it. All right, everyone, that's all I have this week. Thank you again, and I'll leave you as I always do. Get creative, get out there, and go build something.